it seem like that was the original
Fake it
intention.
till you make it.
Yeah.
Fake it till you make it. No, it does require some. I mean, like I said before, sometimes you're gonna look at your session and it's just, man, it's not working out the way that you thought it was gonna work out, and so you do have to improvise. Sometimes that is making an improvisation in terms of the numbers of players, the dimensions, obviously. There's just little components. I go back to the communication piece just in terms of us really identifying the words that you guys are using, right? So there was one time where you said, hey guys, stop diving in. Stop diving in. We're still talking about these little guys, right? So what is diving into you as a coach? What is the definition of that? And then how can you demonstrate to the players that that's what you're trying to eliminate, right? And so in the coaching moments, I thought you were doing a pretty good job at, like, you're modeling, you're demonstrating, you're showing. But at the end of the day, are we really defining the actions that you're talking about? There was another one too that was shadow. Shadow. At what point? I mean, because that's an important piece, right?
Yeah, it is.
And if you're thinking about how you talk to your own players at home, if you say that word shadow often, which my guess is that you probably do, how do we define
But then
that?
at the same time, I've also defined it.
Of course. But when you're working with newer players or younger players, or you're just starting out with a team, I don't know how long you've been coaching the team. Your players who you've been coaching for 3 or 4 years know the rules because you've been doing it for 3 or 4 years. You may get a new group, and then you have to make sure that you understand that that's not the same group that you were working with over here, right? And so identifying, defining is a huge thing. And then my last little thing that I would like to just send you with is, like, I thought you did a fantastic job jumping and demonstrating. Part of that process is rehearsing it and restarting it, right? Because there was one time where I think you froze Leo and Alex. You froze them right here. We talked about a bunch of stuff, and then you were like, all right, reset. And they both went back, and they were like, just reset, means we go, just reset. Right? I would suggest that in that moment, don't send them, because it's not that. They were right in the middle of something, right? So you think about a little kid. He was right in the middle of it. Coach stopped it, sent us back, and they're like, what's wrong with this coach? What just happened? You know? You model the whole thing. You show us what you would like for them to show us. You restart it. You could do it like this. Okay, we back up a little bit. I'm going to play them the ball, and then you get it. Because then it, like, puts them together, and now both those kids go back happy for one because they got to finish. 2, they got information that's going to help. Does that make sense? All right, man.